Hey everyone, I'm Peter Rawlis.
And I'm Samantha Harding.
Welcome to your Boise State Newsline for the week of March 15th, 2017.
I recently talked with Tara Brooks, who is the University Health Services Director of Business Operations, for my Arbiter article on her proposal at the spring 2017 tuition and fee hearing held Tuesday, February 21st. She proposed to the Executive Budget Committee in order to raise the health services fee from $37.50 to $62.50. The main reasons for the proposed fee increase were to provide funding for 3 additional mental health counselors, to add more peer educators within the area of prevention, and to investigate technological resources that will help better communicate prevention efforts with students. After speaking with Ken Klein, the Associate Vice President for Budget and Planning, he said the fee increase was denied, but that there will be an increase in the student activity fee to provide funding for health services to hire 1 full-time and 1 part-time counselor, but that the health services fee will remain at $37.50.
Patty Bowen looked into a new student organization starting on campus called the Council of Student Diversity and Inclusion for her Arbiter feature this week. The council will serve underrepresented groups on the Boise State campus through education and advocacy in an effort to eliminate institutionalized discrimination. As Bowen wrote, quote, "The council will work in conjunction with the Vice President of Inclusive Excellence, a proposed position that is part of the Executive Board of Associated Students of Boise State University, or ASBSU, who, if the position is approved by the incoming ASBSU Executive Board, would serve as a liaison between the council and the Executive Board of ASBSU. There has been," end quote, "there has been a lot of discussion amongst committee members planning the future of the organization, as well as some of the members of the Associated Students of Boise State University, in order to make sure the council has a successful start."
Due to a surplus of guests attending graduation at Taco Bell Arena, graduates of Boise State's 100th commencement ceremony will walk across the blue in Albertson Stadium to receive their degrees on Saturday, May 6th at 10 a.m. I spoke with Associate Vice President of Communications and Marketing, Greg Hahn, for my Arbiter article this week to learn more about the logistics of the event. The expected arrangement has graduates positioned on the field, facing the north end zone, while family and friends watch from the stadium seats. Each student will be displayed on the Jumbotron so audience members can see the graduates in detail as they receive their degrees. The gates to the field will open at 8:30 a.m. the morning of commencement. No tickets will be required, as there will be open seating on a first-come, first-seated basis.
We are now joined by Jamie Bingham for this week's Sports Recap. Hello, Jamie. How you doing?
Hey, guys. Big news this week. The women's basketball team won the Mountain West Conference Championship, and they will be moving on to the NCAA tournament this week.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So coverage of the Mountain West tournament is reported by Broncosports.com. The women began the tournament last week with a win against New Mexico, 64-62. They then won in the semifinals against the regular season champions, Colorado State, 65-61. Moving on to the championship game against Fresno State March 10th in Las Vegas. This game was the Broncos' second attempt at the tournament title in just 3 years. Opening the third period with only a 2-point lead, Boise State went on a 12-4 run and pushed forward against the Bulldogs onto the fourth period, where an 18-point quarter led the Broncos to their 66-53 and conference title win. This victory gives Boise State a school record 25 wins on the season and clinches the 4th trip to the NCAA tournament in program history. Senior Brooke Pauakoa scored 17 points on the night and was named the Mountain West Championship MVP for the second time during the tournament. Shaylin Shaw also added 12 points and a team-high 9 rebounds to the win. The number 13-seeded Broncos will now move on to play number 4-seeded UCLA in the first round of the NCAA tournament Saturday, March 18th. You can watch this game on ESPN2 at 4:30 p.m. Mountain West time. Moving now to the men, who lost in the first round during the Mountain West Conference tournament against San Diego 87-68. However, this isn't the end of the season for the Broncos. Boise State has been invited to attend the 2017 National Invitation Tournament. This is a single elimination tournament comprised of 32 teams who are not invited to participate in the NCAA tournament. On March 14th, number 6-seeded Boise State beat number 3-seeded Utah in Salt Lake 73-63, giving the Broncos their first NIT win since 2004. Hutchison led the Broncos to the victory with a career-high 34 points. Other scores from the week were men's tennis with a loss against Michigan 0-5, women's softball with a win against Hartford 10-1, women's tennis with a win against Montana 6-1, and women's beach volleyball with a win against Sacramento State 5-0. For more highlights and press conferences with players and coaches, check out Bronco Sports Hub on our YouTube channel, Boise State UTP.
Thanks, Jamie. Now I'll go to Megan with this week's weather forecast.
Thanks, guys. This week's forecast was brought to you by theweatherchannel.com. Let's take a look. Starting on Thursday, it's going to be partly rainy with a high of 57 and a low of 39. On Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 49. On Saturday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 68 and a low of 48. On Sunday and Monday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 42. On Tuesday and Wednesday, March 22nd, it's going to be rainy again with a high of 52 and a low of 42. And for the week of spring break, March 20th to the 24th, we're hoping for some sunny weather. That's it. Sun, sleet, or snow, I'm Megan Gibson. I'll keep you in the know. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Megan. Well, that's all the news we have for you this week. For all these stories and more, be sure to pick up a copy of The Arbiter anywhere on campus or visit them online. From all of us here at your Boise State Newsline, I'm Peter Rawlis.
And I'm Samantha Harding. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.